What's up? Welcome to my Hall H 2026 announcement reaction. So yeah, quite a few announcements from Marvel's Hall H this year. So yeah, I guess we'll just go in order and start with what they announced first, which was the pulling up Marvel.com, which was the Ryan Gosling Ghost Rider movie. Yeah. Yeah, Marvel.com. The first thing that they did at SDCC was a Ghost Rider movie starring Ryan Gosling, directed by Sean Levy, coming out in 2028. They didn't give an exact release date. They just said 2028. I think it'll be the July 28th, 2028 date. So basically, it says, start your engines during Marvel Studios' blockbuster Hall H panel at San Diego Comic-Con 2026. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige announced that a new Ghost Rider film is in development, hitting theaters in 2028. Ryan Gosling will star as the titular motorcycle riding hero, with Sean Levy directing. Feige joked that he's long been asked about when Ghost Rider and Gosling might be joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He then introduced the actor, who stepped on stage to like a ton of cheers, and he was, "Wow, is this really happening?" The actor, he told the crowd, "As you know, this is a character I've wanted to play for a very long time." And then Gosling then told the audience that only one director could bring Ghost Rider to the screen, welcoming Levy to the stage. The two are currently working on the upcoming film Star Wars Starfighter. Yeah. In theaters May 28th, 2027. And Levy told the crowd that he and Gosling spent a lot of their downtime on set daydreaming about Ghost Rider and swapping ideas. Yep. So excited. Yeah, the Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. This is what the Ghost Rider logo looks like here. Yep. Pretty cool. And then here is what it was like when they brought Ryan Gosling out, and also Sean Levy down there. Yeah. Pretty cool. So Ghost Rider, my guess is July 28th, 2028. I think either they'll take away the May 5th, 2028, or at D23, they'll announce the X-Men reboot, because all the rumors are going to get Jean Grey and Spider-Man Brand New Day. So if that happens, they'll want to wait a few weeks to bring out the full X-Men reboot cast. And D23 is the perfect place for that. And they can bring out Jake Schreier as well, who also directed Thunderbolts. And they can announce the release date for May 5th, 2028. And then they can also officially announce the release date for Ghost Rider, July 28th, 2028. Because, I'll get to that later in the stream. But yeah, like, honestly, I'm so excited for Ghost Rider. Like, we got so many great Ryan Gosling movies coming out. We had Project Hail Mary back in March. I loved that. Probably my favorite movie of the year so far. I liked it. It's a tie between Project Hail Mary and The Mandalorian and Grogu as my two favorite movies for 2026. And next year we're gonna get Ryan Gosling in Star Wars Starfighter, maybe playing reportedly playing a war hero, like First Order pilot, maybe. That'd be cool. And then in 2028, we're gonna get him playing Ghost Rider. And my guess is the villain of this movie is gonna be Mephisto, played by Sacha Baron Cohen. And that, also, I think they're gonna canonize Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. within the next few years as like MCU canon. And then In the Ghost Rider 2028 movie, we can get Robbie Ray as Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., played by Gabriel Luna again. That would be pretty cool. Like, picking up with him for the first time since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that would be so cool. And let's be real, they're probably going to introduce Ryan Gosling's Ghost Rider in Avengers Secret Wars. And in Avengers Secret Wars, we're probably going to get to see Ryan Gosling and Nicolas Cage on the same screen. Imagine that. Like, sign me up. Like, 2 Ghost Riders on the same screen. I don't think we could get any better. Yeah, and Ryan Gosling, I could see him maybe playing Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider, maybe. Yeah, I could see him playing Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. But also I could maybe see him playing Danny Kitch Ghost Rider, Danny Kitch Ghost Rider. Yeah, whichever they want to go with. But nonetheless, Ryan Gosling playing Ghost Rider, great. Oh, and also they announced, they talked about Avengers Endgame Encore, the Endgame re-release coming on September 25th. It says, yeah, welcome back to the Endgame. Before Avengers Doomsday hits theaters in December, fans can revisit the record-breaking Avengers Endgame, which will be returning to theaters beginning September 25th. I'm definitely going to go see that. On stage at Hall H, Feige announced that this exclusive re-release will feature brand new footage, setting the stage for what's to come in Doomsday. Yep. And so, yeah, Avengers Endgame Encore. I think secretly the reason they're doing this is to dethrone Avatar and make this the highest grossing movie of all time again. Because, before Avatar had its re-release in 2021, the 2009 Avatar, before it had its re-release in 2021, Avengers Endgame was the highest grossing movie of all time. And then Avatar re-released and dethroned that. So I think this is their way of getting back at Avatar, especially with the Infinity Vision. And I could see this making Avengers Endgame the first ever movie in history to make $3 billion at the box office. I could definitely see that happening. And then, yeah, and then that means that I don't think Avengers Doomsday is going to make $3 billion. I think it'll make in the $2 billion range, but Avengers Secret Wars I think will definitely make $3 billion. And then Jon Bernthal came on stage to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's pretty cool. And showed off some footage with Punisher and Spider-Man fighting Hulk. And then we had like the entire cast come out, including Haley Atwell as Peggy Carter, so apparently we're going to get her in Avengers Doomsday. Probably because Steve Rogers. And then, yeah, they did like a Q&A, and then Ryan Reynolds showed up from the crowd. He was like, yeah, got a question. Like, basically, and he's like wearing like a gray Deadpool suit. And then, fans got a poster at Hall H, and this is the poster apparently that they got from Marvel.com. And then finally, we're talking about it. Black Panther 3, directed by Ryan Coogler, releasing December 15th, 2028. And they brought out Letitia Wright, who is also going to be in Avengers Doomsday, plus Black Panther, Shuri's Black Panther. And they also brought out Winston Duke, who plays M'Baku, the King of Wakanda. And then lastly, get ready, we got the new Black Panther. His name is David Johnson. We all thought it was going to be James Idris, but they brought out David Johnson. And says he's been in 2 movies, The Long Walk and Alien Romulus. I have never seen either of those movies, so Black Panther 3 will be the first time I see him in a movie. So yeah, I mean, he looks like he could definitely play it off. And like he's gonna be playing the son of T'Challa. He's gonna be playing T'Challa Jr., the son of Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther, and like he looks just like Chadwick Boseman. So they picked the right actor, like the perfect match. Yep. David Johnson is Black Panther. The reason he's probably going to get aged up is through probably with like Battle World and Avengers Secret Wars. Yeah, let's be real. We're probably going to see David Johnson's Black Panther for the first time in Avengers Secret Wars before we see him in Black Panther 3. That's probably part of the reason they're doing Avengers Secret Wars, to introduce us to David Johnson's Black Panther. That's my guess. And then we'll get him in Black Panther 3, which with probably also Storm. My guess is we're going to get Storm in Black Panther 3 since we're going to be in the Mutant Saga. And then I also think, and then we're also going to be getting Denzel Washington. Pretty excited to see who he plays. I think he's going to be a villain in the movie. Probably not the main villain, but like a small villain. Yeah, and like there's this character from the like comics. His name is like, he's like Wakandan. His name is Ashibe. I think that's who Denzel Washington is gonna play. So like not like the main villain, but like a small, like one of the smaller villains. And I think the main villain is gonna be Shadow King, especially if it's titled Black Panther: Shadows of Wakanda. You gotta have Shadow King from the comics, from like Storm faced him, and you gotta have Shadow King as the main villain if it's titled Black Panther: Shadows of Wakanda. And yeah, David Johnson's Black Panther. Let's be real, he's probably going to join the Avengers. He's probably going to join Sam Wilson's Avengers. Yep, probably. In Avengers 7, we're probably going to get David Johnson's Black Panther. Let's be real, we probably are. Yeah. But yeah, like, this is like just the perfect way to pay respect to continue paying respect to Chadwick Boseman. Like Chadwick Boseman was such a great Black Panther. Like he did such a great job bringing Black Panther to the big screen in Captain America: Civil War, and then in his own movie, in the first Black Panther movie, and then in Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame. And then like Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was great, like did a great job at paying respect to Chadwick Boseman, and I think Black Panther 3 is going to really continue that. And so basically when Ryan Coogler was on stage at Hall H, he said that that Black Panther 3 is gonna be a coming of age story. Basically, in the original script for Black Panther 2, for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, before we lost Chadwick Boseman, the original plot was Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther taking his son on a ritual, called like the Ritual of 8 for like 8 days. Yeah. And like taking T'Challa Jr. from and like bonding with his son and like getting to know him since T'Challa Jr. was born like during the blip when T'Challa was dusted. So I think pretty much that's going to be what like Black Panther 3 is. I think it's going to be David Johnson's T'Challa Jr. on a ritual. I don't know if it's going to be called the Ritual of 8. Probably like I think they're going to be taking from the original Black Panther 2 script, and like David Johnson's Black Panther is going to be on like a ritual to like integrate himself into like Wakanda and like the legacy of the Black Panther, and of course Nakia and like his mother, and probably also maybe Shuri like are probably going to be like against him being the new Black Panther, but he's going to be like, no, I need to do this, I need to be the new Black Panther, like because of like the whole like legacy thing with his father, with Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther, but like so that he can also like inherit the throne and like lead Wakanda into a new age, And then maybe during this like ritual that he's on, maybe that's when he meets Storm, and like he has to team up with her, and they like fall in love, and they have to fight Shadow King together. And then maybe Ashibe, played by who I think is going to be played by Denzel Washington. Maybe like his plot, his part of the movie is like he doesn't agree with T'Challa Jr. being the new king of Wakanda, so he goes after him, and he's the one that awakens the Shadow King or something, and that's how he gets Shadow King in the movie. Like, that would be an excellent plot for Black Panther 3. Like, a great story for Black Panther 3. Great. Like, especially if it's titled Black Panther Shadows of Wakanda. A great plot. Like, makes for a great December movie, a great end of the year movie. And yeah, because the 2028, I think, is going to be a palate cleanser for the MCU, because later this year, we have Avengers Doomsday on December 18th, and then next year, the only movie coming out next year is Avengers Secret Wars. And then, so in 2028, like 3 movies, like the X-Men reboot May 5th, Ghost Rider July 28th, and then Black Panther 3 December 15th. Like, that would be great. Like 2028 could be a great year for the MCU. And then in 2029, I think May 4th of 2029 will be Shang-Chi 2. That's my guess. I don't know when we'll get Spider-Man 5, but we'll get that eventually. But I think we're gonna get Shang-Chi 2 before we get Spider-Man 5. That's my guess. Yeah. And Shang-Chi 2, I think, is gonna have Finn Jones as Iron Fist. Like, yeah. Basically what Spider-Man Brand New Day is doing before Iron Fist. But yeah, those are all the stuff from Hall H 2026. And yeah, like a lot of like great announcements for the future of the MCU. And we'll see what they do at D23, and also if they're at Hall H next year. Which I think they probably will be. I don't think they're gonna skip a year, especially since next year is the final year of the multiverse saga. Yeah. Oh, and like at Hall H, I had a friend that was at Hall H, so yeah, I kind of got like some info from that, but yeah. But yeah, like really excited for the future of the MCU. Like the MCU is looking as bright as ever. Out of the 3 movies that I think will begin in 2020, the X-Men reboot, Ghost Rider, and Black Panther 3, my favorite, the one I'm most looking forward to, if I had to rank them, I'd say Ghost Rider, and then Black Panther 3, and then the X-Men reboot. Yeah. Or like Ghost Rider and Black Panther 3 are probably gonna be interchangeable. They're basically a tie. Like, I'm looking, like, Ghost Rider and Black Panther 3, my hype level for those are equal. 10 out of 10. Especially with the story I just pitched for Black Panther 3. Like, taking pieces from the original script of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, that'd be perfect. Like, I could see them definitely doing that, yeah. But yeah, that'll be the end of my stream. So yeah, my next stream will be the night before Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm so excited for that stream. So excited to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day, the first night before stream for a Marvel movie of 2026. Yeah, right now I'll do my closing and say bye. Make sure to like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, bye.